Hey guys, what's going on? A Button Games here, finally back on Diablo 3. I had to take a few days off. One, I was a little bit sick, but the more important part is that the PSN was down. I have the digital version of the game, so I literally couldn't do jack shit on my PlayStation while it was down, so I uploaded some random little videos here and there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of those. Just because I didn't want to leave the channel dry for the last, 4 or 5 days, but it's back up. Should be able to hopefully regularly upload now. So today, what are we going to talk about, right? So today I kind of want to go a little bit more in depth into the Exploding Palm build, how to make it a little bit better, things I noticed that are definitely going to make this build better once I can actually utilize them, and maybe try and get some feedback from you guys for help on perhaps better survivability. I know that there's that belt that I really need to get. I'm working on getting that belt, but the first thing that I want to go for is, instead of having the Ring of the Royal Grandeur on, I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. Reduce the cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second when you hit an enemy with a resource spending attack. Now, I'm hoping that since really the only skill I have that even has a cooldown that I use is going to be a 7-sided strike, so hopefully I could just get that to come. Or, I mean, worst case scenario, it funnels it into Epiphany, which is also really good, so I'm going to go for that. Now, in order to do that, I need to replace the Sun Woko's crown with Uliana's helmet, which I'm kind of working on getting. I just need to get one. I'm very surprised I don't have one in my storage. It's kind of an oversight on my part, but we're going to jump right into that, hopefully get one of those. And then the other thing is definitely going to be focused on maybe Paragon points to kind of further help this. So I would think maybe instead of attack speed, I should probably funnel this all into cooldown reduction for now, because the trick here really is to just pull off 7-sided strike as much as you possibly can. Now, I'm in Torment 12, I think, so one thing that you guys will notice is, well, first thing you guys are going to notice is that my voice is a little raspy. I apologize for that. My throat's still a little sore. I do die pretty dang quickly, but I dish out insane damage. Now, that being said, this character is really good in the higher torments when you're partying with people, because you can kill the bosses in like one hit and stuff like that. And if there's other people that kind of take the brunt of the damage for you, you're going to be absolutely fine. Now, once I have that ring on and the helmet, hopefully my cooldown, like 14 billion damage. That guy killed me one hit though. What the F? I wasn't paying attention. I should have probably used Epiphany there. But one thing that you'll notice right there, like I just did 14 billion damage to that guy, which is a hell of a lot of damage when you consider that it hits about 6 or 7 times. So, do some math there. That's 7 times 14 billion. You're getting upwards of 100 billion damage. Now, you're not getting there quite yet, but you're getting there, and that is a ton of damage. And now I'm gonna die. Nope. Killed him. Woo! That was close. God damn it. Those little fire chains, guys, get me down really quickly if they hit me. So we're just gonna kind of run through this rift and see if we can't get any cool drops or anything. We're gonna kind of discuss here a little bit. So, for gems, what I'm using is the Gogok of Swiftness, just because I use my regular attack to kind of build my my spirit back up, and then as I do that, I gain stacks of Gogok of Swiftness, and that reduces my cooldowns further and things like that. So I think it's a pretty good one to have. Now, if you guys know about another one that would be like tremendously better, definitely feel free to let me know. I have that on. I'm pretty sure I have a Bane of the Powerful on, and then I also have, well, I guess I can just look. Why am I not just looking? I have Bane of the Trapped, so just to slow people down and do more damage to them. Not sure if there's a better one that's going to kind of impact me a little bit more. So the only thing I can maybe think of is, with this build being the way it is, and with the chain reactions, is maybe putting on the, what is it? Is it the Zai Stone of Vengeance? The one that increases damage based on how far away you are from people. So, I'm not 100% sure how that would work with this. So, if I hit these guys and I chain my reaction all the way back there in that guy, does that count as him being that far away from me, or does it not because I triggered the skill? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's going to count as those guys being farther away from me. If it does, that's probably definitely the gem to go for instead of Bane of the Trapped. Just because I'm usually not close enough to people. I usually am, pretty far away from people, so I should probably be taking advantage of the fact that the chain reactions are taking out people from super far away. But, it is what it is. This is kind of how we're rolling with it for right now. And we'll see we'll see based on some of your guys' advice. And let me know if you guys have tried this build out. You know, let me know if you guys have found something that works much better. Oh shit, I forgot I had that on. So I'll show you guys that after I kill these guys right here. This is pretty funny. So I got this this potion on that teleports me when I use it based on missing health. That's like the most vague possible description, right, you could ever even imagine. I don't know. It doesn't give you any hint as to where. It's just based on missing health. So what the fuck does that mean? All I know is sometimes it teleports you really short, and sometimes it teleports you really fucking far away. And I couldn't tell you if it's more convenient or not. I just have it on just for shits. I have a regular potion, like a regular bottomless potion, like right there. I didn't mean to use it. I have a regular bottomless potion, but you know, it's not a big deal. I kind of just using it. You're right. We're just having fun here. So again, let me know if you have any comments or suggestions about the build. Make it a little bit stronger. But in my opinion, as far as like damage goes, fuck me, I forgot about those guys. You really have to dodge stuff on this guy until I get that belt that decreases damage based on how many people I hit with seven-sided strike. It decreases their damage by like 10%. So if I put that on and I go and I hit like 5 or 6 people with that, they're not going to really be able to touch me, which is nice. Hold on. The other question that I had for you guys is, what is the best thing for the defense category, right? So I have resist. Resistances tend to be pretty good. Life per second's obviously pretty good. Should I be like just putting a shit ton into armor? Maybe. Is life good? Should I take some off of resistance and go to armor? Should I say fuck life per second because 4,000 per second really isn't that much? Is the armor that I'm going to get way better? You know, if I put 20 points in there, I'm going to get 10% armor, right? Is that like far and like much greater than what I'm getting with that life per second? Ooh, a ring. See, these are all questions that I kind of need your guys' input on a little bit. Just because, like, I know what to put it in for some of my other classes, like for my Crusader and my Mage and stuff like that, but, you know, figuring out the survivability of the Monk is kind of tricky. Like, you know I'm not using Epiphany as much as I should be, which I just used right there, so that would obviously drastically improve my chances of survival in a lot of these situations, but, you know, there's got to be something that I'm missing, too, to make it so that these guys don't just kill me in 2 hits, because, you know, it's not like I don't have a lot of toughness on this guy. We'll take a look at that after. I mean, maybe I'm lacking, but fuck with the shield, though. Really, bro? Watch out for that guy. Whew. Yeah, shield that, bitch. You can shield these nuts. Alright. You guys can die. Okay. So, before I die, I have 32.3 million toughness. Now, I'm going to have to check that after because it might be inflated because of Epiphany. But I know I have quite a bit either way, so let's see. 32.2 million. I might have something on me right now that's inflating it a little bit, but even so, if that's something that regularly pops up for my guy, that should be included in my calculation. But, you know, is there something that the Monk is seriously lacking compared to some of the other classes? Like, is he lacking armor? Is he lacking life? Is he, you know what I mean? Because it might not be the resistances that he's lacking. I know resistances is very useful for most classes, but maybe not for this guy. Man, I'm getting pretty decent legendaries though, so that's cool. I mean, amounts. I don't know what the hell they are yet, but we about to come in hot. Peace, son. Get shook.
What you ask is impossible.
Well, recharge faster if what I ask is impossible. How about that? Let's see here. What else? Oh yeah. So once I get the Uliana set, I'll have the full set on. Then I'm gonna start going for the set dungeons. So I have the full set for my Mage. I'll have the full set for the Crusader. I got those videos coming soon. I kind of just went to 70 on my own, and then I'm gonna just make videos where we kind of gear up together and stuff like that, because that's kind of what I wanted to do in the first place. But oh yeah, we need to watch out here. Everybody dies. Yeah. So I'm going to be doing all the set dungeons. We're going to go through every single one for every class. I'm going to show you guys all the locations. You know, maybe if they're insanely hard, easy, what you should look out for to do them and stuff like that. I think I already uploaded one for my Witch Doctor, so feel free to go check that out. If you don't know what those are specific little dungeons that are kind of hidden all throughout the maps, and you need to have the full set on in order to do it. Not the set with the Ring of the Royal Grandeur. You need to have the full set on to do it. So that means that some of the builds that I currently use won't be nearly as effective, so I'll have to kind of tailor some skills and some setup to that, but you know, we're definitely gonna have some fun with that.
I must wait to use
So that'll be coming up in the next few videos once I get Uliana's helmet. I'll probably just farm for a little bit of that later, but I kind of just wanted to give you guys an update overall on what to expect on the channel as far as videos and for like upload occurrence and stuff like that. Don't worry, I didn't forget about the Diablo portion of my channel. PSN was down for me for like 4 or 5 days straight here on the East Coast, so it was a little bit annoying, but you know, we'll make it work here. All right, what are we gonna get here for the ring? Hey, I already have one of those. City Ring of the Zodiac. Cool. What's this? Oh, thing for cool. Nice, nice. And then we got some weapons here. None of this stuff's gonna help me at all, but might as well identify. That actually looks kind of cool. I bet that looks dope as shit. That's really cool. That looks kind of like a new one. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. It's probably not new, but it does look new to me. Chance on hit to raise a skeleton to fight for you for upcoming cumulative... To fight for you. Upon accumulating 5 skeletons, they explode for 1000% weapon damage, and the sword transforms into Ashbringer for a short time. Attacking with Ashbringer burns your enemies for 5,318% weapon damage is holy. That's actually pretty cool. That could be kind of cool to use. Maybe on... If you could put that effect maybe on like a Crusader or something like that, or maybe a Barbarian. They don't do a lot of holy damage though, so that's not going to help. But Crusaders can do a lot of holy damage, so that could be really interesting if you buff up the holy damage. But like I said, guys, this was kind of just like a video that I was just kind of going a little bit more in depth with the build, kind of showcasing. And I know I died a few times, but I'm still a little sick, so my concentration's a little fucked up. I'm not using Epiphany as much as I should, but... You know, remember, leave your suggestions down below. If you've tailored this build a little bit, let me know if you've got it to, like, just absolute perfection. I gave you guys my suggestions to how I'm going to do it. I'm going to focus more on cooldown reduction. We're going to put that Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac on to further get 7-sided strike to cool down much quicker. I told you my gems. I kind of floated the idea of using that gem where the farther away they are, the more damage I do, because with my chain reactions happening all over the place, that might be more beneficial. And then I told you guys that once I get the Uliana's helmet, I'm going to switch her on the gear, like I just mentioned, and we're gonna hit up some of the set dungeons. So be on the lookout for that stuff. And if you haven't already, check out my video for the Witch Doctor. I kind of showcase how important area damage really is. I use it on this build. You guys should definitely check it out if you haven't. If it's something that you've been kind of avoiding because you didn't know what it was, I go into a bit of an in-depth explanation into my last video about that. And as always, guys, if you liked it, please drop a like on the video. It lets me know you guys are watching it. You guys have been being awesome with the support in the Diablo videos. Thank you guys so much. And let's see here. Follow me on Twitter at AButtonGames, you know. Post questions on there. Post questions on the YouTube videos. You guys know I'm pretty quick to respond. I'm usually pretty helpful. I try to get around to all of you. If I said I was going to help one of you and I forgot or time passed because the PSN was down or whatever the excuse might be, hit me back up. You're not going to annoy me. Don't worry about it. Like, I'm not purposely ignoring you. If you said you were going to help me and I told you I would, I will. So hit me back up. If you said if you asked for help and I didn't get to you, hit me up again. You will not annoy me. This is what I'm here for. So thanks so much, guys. And until next time, guys, see ya.